every morning. Every morning. Terrific. Not exactly the word I'd use.
6, 7, bring it up. For 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. This guy's great class.
Oh, just 5 more pounds. Not even 1. You're thin enough already, and I can barely move. Oh, I feel so fat. Oh. Good morning. Morning.
I'm not so sure. Housekeeping just reported 5 more out with the flu.
On top of the 7 we lost yesterday in food and beverage?
I think we got a full-fledged epidemic on our hands.
I'll be right up. Looks like the fun is over. We better get to work. To me, this is work.
Hey, Julie, welcome back.
Thanks.
We missed you.
How'd you like jury duty?
Yeah, what was it like deciding San Francisco's trial of the decade?
Oh, guys, it was murder. Sorry. But really, sometimes it was more like a circus than a murder trial.
Yeah, the media sure put Drew Fletcher through the ringer.
Oh, yeah, they loved it when he blew his cool on the stand.
I feel kind of sorry for him.
The man was on trial for murder.
We found him not guilty, remember? Oh, but I'm really glad to be back here.
Even in the middle of a flu epidemic?
Absolutely. Speaking of which, looks like things are backing up at check-in. See you later.
Thank you very much. May I help you?
Yes. You have a reservation for Andrew Bartlett?
Yes, sir, Mr. Bartlett. Let's see, we have you in the Essex suite, but housekeeping's running behind. I'm afraid it's not ready yet.
That's terrific.
Mr. Fletcher?
Huh? No. Bartlett. Andrew Bartlett. You look very familiar.
Julie Gillette, Director of Guest Relations.
How do you do?
And I was on the jury that acquitted you. Don't you live here in San Francisco?
It's the reporters, Miss Gillette. They're everywhere. My room, my home, my office. I thought once the trial was over, they'd just, they would leave. But unfortunately, they didn't. Actually, I came here for some peace and quiet.
You're entitled to your privacy. I'll do what I can to see that you're not disturbed. And I'll put a rush on getting your suite ready.
You're very nice. That's twice I owe you thanks.
Twice?
Mm-hmm. Once for now, and once for that not guilty verdict.
Just asking for 30 minutes of your time before you make a final decision, Mr. Kincaid. I think you'll be pleased with what we can offer. Say tomorrow morning at 10? Terrific. See you then. Bye.
What's up?
The San Francisco to Baja celebrity yacht race next spring? I just got the organizer, Rob Kincaid, to agree to a tour and sales pitch.
Kincaid has a reputation as a fast-talking hustler.
Are you afraid I can't hold my own?
I'm not questioning your ability, Christine. I'm concerned with Rob Kincaid's business tactics.
I can do it, Peter. Yes?
I just got through to the union. No luck. This flu bug is citywide. They can't keep up with the requests for temporary help.
Oh, thank you, Megan. I'll just have to come up with a schedule for double shifts.
You know, that's something Megan can work on.
It's my responsibility, Peter.
In a situation like this, it never hurts to delegate.
Did you promote me so that I could just hand my work over to other people?
Actually, I promoted you because you're a great kisser.
If I thought that were true, I wouldn't have accepted the position.
Yes?
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm Sharon Lockwood, your neighbor down the hall. I locked myself out of my room. I went jogging without my key. May I use your phone? Call the front desk.
Yes. Come on in.
Oh.
It's there on the table.
Oh, thank you. Mr.
It's Andrew Bartlett, Miss Lockwood.
Oh. Sharon, please.
Sharon.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I promise this is the last rush job I'll ask you to do today, Janice. Mr. Bonner's over 80 and we can't keep him waiting, okay?
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
Billy, got a second?
Something wrong?
The guest who just came out of Mr. Bartlett's suite.
You mean Mr. Fletcher's suite?
You know?
It's my business to know. But what about the lady? Her I don't know.
She looks familiar. Maybe someone I saw at his trial. Hope she's not a reporter.
Is that your commentary on the new chef?
You mean assistant chef? The new chef is out with the flu. I really should get back to the office and deal with the staff shortage. And the sales pitch for Rob Kincaid.
You hardly ate.
I'm not hungry.
Well, I haven't seen you finish a meal for weeks.
I guess I have more important things on my mind than food.
Well, you can't keep up this pace if you don't get some nourishment. Christine, is there something you're not telling me?
Of course not. Delicious. Happy now?
I'm just concerned.
I know. It's one of the things I love most about you.
There we are. Thank you.
Well, hi. Sharon Lockwood, remember?
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Well, that's a nice change of wardrobe. No jogging tonight?
No. Just upstairs to the Crown Room for dinner. You? I would really love it if you joined me. I have this expense account just waiting to be taken advantage of. Come on.
Okay. You're on.
Good.
Why isn't this working?
Well, the trouble is, a lot of the staff aren't available for extra duty. What with second jobs, babysitting problems, school, there just aren't enough bodies to go around.
There has to be some solution to this.
Why don't we let Megan go home? You and I can work out the double shift schedule over dinner.
I guess Peter's right. We do have the early shift covered. We could finish the rest in the morning before my meeting with Kincaid.
Thanks. Good night.
Thank you, Megan.
Bye.
Maybe if I clean the rooms myself.
What are you shooting for? General Manager of the Year?
Anything wrong with that?
I have done nothing but chatter ever since we sat down. What about you, Andrew? For instance, where do you live?
Oh, I live here in San Francisco.
Well, then why are you staying in a hotel?
Oh, just to get away from the grind for a few days. You know, to get out of the rut.
Great. Then you can tell me what things I should see while I'm here. You don't own a wax museum or a reptile circus or anything touristy like that?
No, no tickets to sell. I'll be your tour guide, though. How's that?
That's too good to be true. No secrets, you promise?
Just one. My name's not Bartlett. It's Fletcher. Drew Fletcher.
From the murder trial? You're not.
Hmm.
What's wrong?
It's just, I thought we were coming up here to work.
Christine, you've given it 200% all day. All work, no play.
I've always been conscientious, Peter. There's nothing new about that.
But you've always made time for your personal life. For us. This isn't like you. Is there someone else?
No, Peter. Of course not. It's just I have this hotel to run and not enough people to do the job effectively.
Well, as long as my rival's just an expensive collection of rooms for rent. I'll tell you what, why don't we go over the double shift schedule again, and I'll order up dinner.
You know, I think what I really need is just a good night's sleep.
Well, you have to eat sometime.
Maybe it's a touch of the flu coming on. I should get home.
I'll have my car brought around.
No, a cab will be fine, really.
There is something, isn't there?
You know, you worry too much. Good night.
Good night.
I even had one of them ask me, how does it feel finding out you're not guilty?
Well, I'm sure it's just the job they do, isn't it? It's not personal.
When I leave my home and move into the hotel because the reporters won't leave me alone, it's personal.
During the trial, you said that you knew one of the victims, Jennifer Hailey. Did you know her well?
Yes, I knew her well. Well, thank you. How is it you know so much about the trial when you live in Phoenix?
It was a big news item, even there. Especially for a single woman living alone as I do. This was supposed to be my treat, remember?
Oh.
I've heard you can tell all about a person from a signature.
Really? What can you tell by mine?
A sensitive man.
Uh-huh.
A strong man.
Hmm.
A man who'd like a brandy after his dinner.
Come on. I'll take you to a little after-hours joint in North Beach.
Not just yet. I'm sure it has more to tell.
Hi, this is Christine. I can't come to the phone right now, so just leave a message at the beep.
Hi, it's me. I just called to see how you're doing. Call if you get a chance. I love you.
I haven't been able to just talk to anybody in a long time. About the trial, about anything. You can feel the way people look at me. Like they know I'm guilty.
You were lucky that you could convince the jury that you weren't.
Luck? Wasn't luck. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
I didn't mean to say that you did it.
I couldn't hurt anybody like that. Especially not Jennifer.
They were so sure you killed her.
Well, they were wrong. I was there, we had an argument, but I didn't strangle her. I was just upset.
Fletcher! Mr. Fletcher, would you give me a statement about the verdict? I'd like to talk about an exclusive.
Sure. Sure, why not?
Good.
But I tell you what, you give me a call the week after hell freezes over and I'll tell you everything. Why can't you lousy parasites leave me alone? Do I have to kill one of you? Do I? Do I?
Come on, I'm just doing my job, you know?
Well, go do it someplace else. Come on, let's get out of here.
And if the Carlisle room is too formal, we have the vineyard. It could also be set up for receptions, for the victory celebration, press conferences, anything you need.
Anything.
For the regatta, Mr. Kincaid.
Well, I'll need security with all the jet setters and celebrities I have lined up.
We have our own staff, and we contract out for major events.
You won't get any more major than this. And if we get into bed together, so to speak, I'd be working with you, right?
Working is the key word, Mr. Kincaid.
Rob.
Rob.
To be honest, I was looking for a place a little closer to the water.
San Francisco, everything's close to the water. Listen, Rob, the St. Gregory wants this event. We'll be competitive.
Well, if you can write up a formal presentation and get it to me by tomorrow.
Of course I can.
Why don't you bring it by in the evening, say about 7? I'll see you then. The notorious Rob Kincaid?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Great. He'd like something on paper, just a formality.
From what I hear, the Strand has the inside track. You may be wasting your time.
Not if I come up with a better offer.
I called you last night.
Yeah, I got your message.
I was worried.
I'm sorry, Peter. When I got home, I climbed into bed with a book. I guess I fell asleep.
Are you feeling any better?
Yeah.
Do you feel like doing something tonight?
I don't know. I have this proposal to write up. I still have the staff problem to work out. You know, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
Well, why don't you check with me before you leave? You might feel like a break by then.
Sure.
Guys like that reporter are why I'm at the hotel. They've staked out my life. Treat it like it belongs to them.
Have you always been so hot-headed?
You've got your share of nerve, haven't you?
No. We're just two people talking. You know you've got a temper.
You're right, I do know it. My temper was the one big problem between Jennifer and me. She had the same kind of clear green eyes as you. You look a lot like her.
Both women who were strangled looked kind of alike, didn't they?
I don't know. Jennifer was the only one I knew.
What did you argue about that night?
I haven't the slightest idea. I really don't remember.
Wasn't it about her being pregnant? I mean, the newspapers said...
No, it wasn't about that. Why do you think we argued about that? Hmm?
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a little itchy.
Don't you knock?
I did, twice. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Did you want something?
Ruth called from housekeeping. 3 more maids had to leave early today.
Oh, great. Just what I needed to hear.
You know, Christine, while you focus on the regatta proposal, I could finish the double shift schedule. Then you could just go over it and...
It's my responsibility, Megan. I can handle it if I ever get any peace and quiet.
I was just leaving.
Megan. Megan, I'm sorry. I'm the one who should leave. Probably get more done at home. Thanks for the offer.
That's what I'm here for. Oh, you just missed her. She went home. She seemed real tired. I caught her nodding off at her desk. Could be the flu. I mean, she's the perfect candidate. Under pressure and overworked.
I'm afraid she's creating a lot of the pressure herself.
Who is it?
Peter.
Peter. Peter, I'm not feeling very well, and I look a mess.
I'd have to see that to believe it.
I was just going to bed. I must have the flu.
Well, I have just what the doctor ordered. Homemade chicken soup.
Oh, Peter, thank you. That's very sweet. I'm sure I'll be fine in the morning.
Oh, shut me out, damn it, Christine.
I warned you. I look terrible and I feel worse. Satisfied? Seen enough?
You don't need a thing at work all day. But now all this. What's going on?
Nothing.
This isn't nothing.
Look, you wouldn't understand.
Try me, damn it, Christine. Talk to me.
You wouldn't understand.
I understand that something's not right. I understand the Christine that I know and love doesn't act like this. She doesn't cut herself off from the world. She doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Is it me? Is it something I'm doing or not doing?
No, it has nothing to do with you. Please, let me just deal with this on my own.
Christine, you're always telling me to open up. Well, now I'm telling you, don't shut yourself off. Talk to me. You're hurting. I want to know why.
Peter, please. I would really like you to leave.
That's not the solution.
Peter, please!
Whatever it is, it's not going to go away by making me go away. Do you think when I tell you I love you, it only covers the good times?
Peter, please, I would like you just to leave me alone.
There must be something we can do, Doc. What about inoculating the staff? That is what's left of it.
Well, I'm afraid it's too late for preventive medicine, Peter. I ought to know. Now, we'll just all have to ride it out.
Before you go, could I speak to you about Christine?
What seems to be the problem?
Well, it's just that I'm not sure. She's distant, humorless, consumed by work. She's not eating right. She's been losing weight. And when we're together, she just sort of picks at her food. But I surprised her at home last night and found the table covered with junk food. And she never eats that stuff. But when I discuss it with her, she makes excuses. Stress, fatigue, flu.
I'm hearing more than flu symptoms, Peter. The self-destructive behavior, the drive for perfection, no, those don't stem from a virus.
What do I do? How do I help?
Have Christine come see me.
Easier said than done.
Billy, just the person I'm looking for. How are you coming with the security courts?
I'm running a little behind. I mean, what with the stamp show and the Prime Minister taking over the 8th floor, you know how it is.
No, I don't know how it is. Do I have to do everything myself?
Sorry, I'll get right on it.
I need them this afternoon, Billy.
You'll have them.
Christine.
Peter, I'm really sorry about last night. When I'm under the weather, I get edgy. Can I say?
We need to talk. In private. Whatever it is, you shouldn't ignore it or be ashamed of it.
Come on, Peter, admit it. You're just feeling a little neglected, that's all.
Christine, I want to help you, but I can't do it unless you let me.
I don't need any help because there is nothing wrong. Did you ever think that maybe this is your hang-up? You just can't accept me in this new position.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you can help me. You want to talk about that?
Yes, we will. It's just I can't talk about it right now. I have to go over the new schedule with the head of housekeeping. The printer is waiting for my approval of the new Carlisle menu, and I have to finish this proposal for Rob Kincaid. I know all my hard work is going to pay off on this one, Peter. It's not just another account. It's an event, and the St. Gregory's going to be a part of it.
Christine, wait.
I can no longer live with the guilt. Forgive me.
Still here?
Yeah, double shift. What about you?
Waiting for Megan. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Didn't I take bags to a room for someone named Lockwood?
Sharon Lockwood, 620. Is this a test?
No. That's a coincidence. According to the paper here, the victim in the Fletcher trial, Jennifer Hailey, she was born Jennifer Lockwood.
Miss Lockwood, it's Mr. Fletcher.
It's open. Come on in. You're early.
I'm on time. Where I come from, punctuality is still considered a virtue.
And where I come from, a date who arrives at precisely the appointed time is early. I'll be out in a minute.
Fine.
I'm just putting on the finishing touches.
So there's nothing we can do? Yes, I'll tell her. Oh, Christine.
Wait, I'm late for my meeting with Rob Kincaid.
That was him. He just called to cancel. He has a dinner.
So you rescheduled? He's gonna call back and reschedule? I don't understand.
He decided to go with another hotel.
What do you mean?
Oh, he got an offer he couldn't refuse.
We'll beat it.
We can't.
There's no such thing as can't.
In this case, there is, Christine. We can't move the St. Gregory to the wharf.
We're 10 minutes away.
The Strand is right on the water.
What about our service, our accommodations?
I guess those aren't his primary concerns.
I'll make him his primary concern. Get him on the phone.
Oh, Christine, it's too late.
Damn it, at least try. I believe he could do this.
And Kate went with a strand? Calm down. You gave it your best shot. I don't expect any more than that.
Well, I do.
It's not the end of the world. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Peter, don't tell me. It doesn't matter what it does. Don't patronize me, Peter.
Christine, what's wrong?
Get Dr. Kellen up here.
Is she all right?
She's resting now. I gave her a mild sedative.
Well, it takes care of tonight, but...
She should have some water. Megan, would you mind?
Oh, no, not at all.
Christine's not the only one I'm concerned about, Peter. How are you doing?
Well, this thing has me so on edge, I can't concentrate, I can't sleep. I got 3 days worth of messages I haven't returned. What's going on? What's wrong with her?
Well, in light of this anxiety attack and everything you've told me, she could be suffering from an eating disorder. I'd guess bulimorexia, which is a form of bulimia, although you would need a specialist to...
Whatever she needs, whatever it takes.
What it takes is immediate attention. If untreated, the effects could be devastating. Depression, gastrointestinal complications, cardiac arrest.
Bottom line?
Death.
Yeah, then I was thinking of going to Europe. I have some business in Paris and London. Maybe I'll just stay on for a while.
Combine business with pleasure?
And put the past behind me. Once and for all.
Why wait for Europe when you could start tonight? With a little help from a friend.
Feeling any better?
Good night's rest and I'll be good as new, you'll see.
Fine, but I don't think you should be here alone.
You don't have to stay.
I want to. Now, you go to sleep. If you need anything, I'll be in the next room.
I love you. I know I haven't shown it lately, but...
I know. I love you, too.
I've been wanting to be with you like this since we met. I thought the feeling was mutual.
Oh, it is. But it's been a long time since I've made love to a woman. Jennifer was the last.
That part of your life is over. It's time to move on. I'll be back in a minute. Aren't you going to make yourself more comfortable?
I'm sorry. This just doesn't feel right.
I thought being alone with me would excite you. Especially a woman who looks so much like Jennifer.
I think that's what attracted me to you in the first place. But I can't make love to you now. Not while her memory is still so fresh.
Her memory is fresh for a lot of people. People who want to finally see justice done.
You know, I thought being with you would make me forget. When I look at you, I think of her. I loved her so much, Sharon. Jennifer and I, we had so many plans. We were going to have a child. She and that baby, they were my future. They were my life. I just loved her so much.
Oh my God. You did love her. You really did love her, didn't you?
Yes. What are you doing with that gun?
You weren't the only one who loved her.
What are you talking about? What's going on here?
I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry. But she was my sister.
Your sister?
Exactly the breakfast of champions.
I'm a grown woman, Peter. I know what my body can handle.
Do you?
Look, Peter.
What? I should leave? So you can keep hiding from your problem? That's the easy way out, isn't it? Deny it so it doesn't exist?
Why do you keep insisting I'm trying to hide something?
Damn it, Christine, open your eyes. You're on a self-destruct course, and I'm not going to stand by and let you continue.
You're not gonna let me continue. This is my body, Peter. I control it, not you.
Let me help. I want you to be well again.
No, you don't. You want me to be perfect.
What are you talking about?
You want me to be pretty and thin, always looking just right. The picture of poise. Someone you can take any place, any time, and be proud of. You want me to be your friend, your lover, your business associate. Ready at a moment's notice to listen, to solve a problem, to take over for you. Christine Francis, superwoman. That's what you want.
No, Christine, that's what you want.
Peter. Peter, I'm so scared.
I know. It's okay.
I sat at the back of the courtroom every day during the trial. Knowing that you killed her, hating you, I was so sure that when they found you not guilty, I thought justice hadn't been done. So I came here to do it myself.
An eye for an eye.
Your life for my sister's. I had it all worked out.
The suicide note? My signature?
Even a gun that could never be traced to me.
Everything except the right man.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe it's time we both put Jennifer's memory to rest.
Thank you.
Dr. Townsend said this was the next logical step after the medical and psychological evaluations. You can be just fine. I love you. I love you.
I love you too. And then in my senior year, I met Daniel Forrest, my comparative arts professor. He was handsome, charming, intelligent, sensitive. I wanted to be perfect for him. I wanted to act right. I wanted to look right. That meant being thin. I had a roommate who had been on a diet since high school. She taught me her secret. Eat all you want, and then just throw it up. The thought repulsed me, but I was desperate, so I tried it, and it worked. I was too busy trying to be perfect for Daniel. I didn't even notice he wasn't interested in me, thin or otherwise. But by that time, it was too late. I was hooked. Then new Daniel Forrest started springing up. Sometimes they were other men, sometimes they were jobs. Always some new pressure, always some new reason to be in control, to be perfect, to be the best. I had the perfect solution. Binge and purge. My own little personal secret that kept me going. That let me be cool and confident on the outside. But scared as hell on the inside. Then things changed. I came to San Francisco. I found a job I loved. I was making a new start, taking control, real control. Suddenly, food wasn't so important anymore. I didn't need the bulimia. I beat it. So why am I here? The old fears are back. I'm in love again. But I can't help thinking, will this romance end like the others? And I got a promotion, a big promotion. But can I really handle it? Well, when I can't, I have my escape hatch. Not anymore. I don't want to be controlled by this horrible disease. I want to destroy it before it destroys me. I want to stop. I need to stop. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. But for the first time in my life, it won't be for someone else. It'll be for me.
was thinking maybe you and I could,
Here's the latest list, Mr. McDermott.
What's it up to now?
9 couples.
That many, huh?
Sorry. What's that, the Opera Association?
Mm-hmm. I was hoping for 3 or 4 couples at the most. I mean, it's only the executive committee.
Yes, but you can't afford to offend any of the movers and shakers. Not if you want to lock up one of those opening night benefits for the boys' club. You'll be fine.
Oh, no, Victoria would have been fine. I mean, if this was art or music or, well, anything but opera, but I'm just a little nervous, Miss Francis.
Nervous? You? Why, Mr. McDermott, from what I've seen, you can handle yourself in any situation.
Thank you. I didn't expect to be this late. I hope they didn't give away our rooms.
Our suite. I thought a little pampering was in order. After all, this is your big weekend.
If I hadn't been so bent on filling the fridge for Frank and the boys before we left.
You can hear the wife out of the kitchen. Hi. Reservations for Mrs. Keegan and Mrs. Pearson.
We check.
Assuming you haven't erased them by now.
Well, we'd cancel no reservation before it's time. Hotel policy. Your suite is ready and waiting, ladies. I'm Julie Gillette, Director of Guest Relations. If there's anything I can do for you.
Well, yes. You could tell me if that gentleman over there is... Never mind. He'd have been perfect.
This way.
Oh, Billy, have we found Mrs. Hammond's emerald earring yet?
She said she lost it in the shower. So we tore apart the tile, the plumbing. We even went up into the pipes from the room below. And then she found it in her shower cap.
Oh. Now you've added plumbing to your list of accomplishments.
What can I say?
Say you'll get maintenance to repair the damage immediately? Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm Mr. Beck in the Berkshire Suite. I have a prescription that needs to be filled. Is there a pharmacy in the area that you would know of that's still open?
I think we can do much better than that, Mr. Beck. Roger, would you mind running this around the corner to Putnam's and having it filled for Mr. Beck?
Is someone ill? Could I send the hotel doctor by?
Oh, no. It's just a prescription for tranquilizers. It's for my wife. We lost a baby in childbirth recently.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I just thought some time in the hotel would... away from all the little reminders at home would be good for her.
Sure.
Since I had to be in San Francisco on business anyway.
Well, if I can be of any help, maybe while you're working, even if it's just another woman for her to talk to.
You're very kind. That might be just what the doctor ordered.
Good.
Right this way, ladies. Excuse me.
Well, Sherry, I mean, he's cute, but he's so young. And he's married.
Grow up. Since when did a wedding ring come between a man and a woman he really wanted? Sorry. I wasn't referring to Frank specifically. What really matters is it should work both ways.
Here we are.
Oh, cashmere suite.
After you.
This is wonderful. What can you recommend in the way of nightlife around here?
Well, there's the Cavalier Bar and Bobby Shorts playing in the Hideaway.
I was thinking of something a little more intimate.
Oh, where you can meet.
Someone unattached?
The room, the suite, everything is wonderful. You've been very helpful. I think we can take it from here.
But your bags.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Ellen, I was on the verge
of embarrassing me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm new at this and I'm not very comfortable with it.
Yet. That's why we're here.
I know. But I feel tacky.
Did that stop Frank?
Damn it, he knows I write the checks. What did he think? I wouldn't notice a credit card charge from the Overlook Motel on the one Sunday he said he had to work at the office?
Are you mad because he cheated or because he was so stupid about it?
Both. I feel so betrayed.
Listen to the voice of experience, honey, and 3 marriages. Take the pressure off. Don't get mad. Get even.
Stop him! Won't someone please stop him? Can't you see he's getting away? They've stolen my baby!
Audrey?
They've taken Hillary. They've got my baby.
It's a dream, sweetheart. Come on. You dozed off while I was unpacking. It's only a dream.
A dream?
That's right. It's all it was. Come on, you all right now?
It was just so real.
I know. But it's over. You're here with me in San Francisco. It's over now.
Well, hello.
I thought this was supposed to be business.
Oh, it is. I thought you could coach me on the opera. But I couldn't ask you to work this late on an empty stomach, huh?
How thoughtful. Puccini.
Yes. And Verdi.
Puccini. This is La Boheme.
Oh, see, I'm learning something already.
It's one of the great romantic stories of all time.
Yeah.
About a seamstress named Mimi and a poet named Rodolfo who meet in an artist's loft in Paris on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I like it so far. Then what happens?
Well, the wind blows her candle out.
Yeah?
And when Rodolfo tries to light it with his candle, they fall in love.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Things happen fast in opera, huh?
Oh,
Bartender, I need 2 beers, 2 Bloody Marys. Thanks.
I'd guess you're in town for some shopping or maybe a little sightseeing. If you were here for the computer expo, you'd be wearing a name tag. A little happy face that says, "Hi, I'm Jack Patterson." Or...
Ellen Pearson. It's nice to know those things serve some useful purpose. Jack Patterson.
I'm not very good at this. Not enough practice, I guess.
That makes 2 of us. Computer Expo. Oh, I noticed a sign in the lobby.
Yeah, booth 35. Software are us. It's Patterson Associates, actually. It sounds more professional. I don't mind having my name on the door, but it is kind of bland. We could be making spark plugs or designing houses instead of...
Manufacturing software.
From the electrons up. If the program you're running ever crashes...
Oh, thanks. But I'm afraid my knowledge of computers goes about as far as the little voice in my car that says, your right door is open.
I'd be happy to enlighten you. Over another drink?
Actually, I'm supposed to be meeting someone for dinner, a girlfriend, and I really don't want to keep her waiting. Thank you. Excuse me. Maybe another time.
Sure.
I dreamed of Hillary again last night. I wanted her so much. I wanted you to have a daughter.
Audrey, I have you. The important thing is that you're all right. This was delivered for you earlier. I confess, I peeked. It's an invitation to brunch today.
Oh, it's from Christine Francis, General Manager of the St. Gregory.
You have friends in high places. Come on, since I have to call on the buyer this morning.
Must be some mistake.
No, it isn't. It's addressed to you. It's very official. Come on, we can meet later at Fisherman's Wharf. Oh, honey. I think you should go. Come on. Give you a chance to dress up, have a nice meal. Forget about things.
How can I forget our baby, Jason? How can you ask me to?
Honey, I'm sorry. Oh, please. It's not what I meant, you know that.
I know. You're just trying to help. It's just so hard.
He was nice. A real person with a real job, in town for some computer convention.
Beginner's luck. So, he offered to buy you a drink. Then what?
A little voice reminded me that somewhere in Marin County, shirts were waiting to be ironed, dishes were piling up in the sink. I had a family that needed me. That thought Mom was shopping for a dress, not looking for a lover. I chickened, turned tail, and ran. He must think I'm the biggest flake.
Oh, it's just opening night jitters. Next time.
Maybe there shouldn't be a next time. I'm not good at this.
Compliments of the gentleman at table 5.
The guy from last night? You walked out on him. You don't deserve a second chance. Honey, this is God's way of saying go for it, kid.
Sherry, we're at brunch, not some singles bar.
It's an opportunity. One your best friend can't let you pass up. Besides, his friend's kind of cute. Just a couple of lonely Shriners.
Software salesman.
In town for a convention. And besides, that Mr. Nice Guy isn't wearing a wedding ring, so that's no problem.
Ellen, I thought maybe one of you might have a match. How was dinner last night?
Oh, fine. Funny, I didn't picture you as a smoker.
Thank you. I'm not. It was just an excuse to come over and say hello again. I told you I'm not very good at this.
Obviously, you're good enough to make an impression. Why don't you and your friend join us?
Well, thank you. We'd like that. Hello.
Hello. Oh, what a beautiful child.
We're very proud of her. Thank you. You have children, too?
No.
Morning, Dr. Collins, Mrs. Collins.
This is really lovely. Just a still not quite certain why you invited me.
Oh, well, I hate to eat alone. And I like to get to know the people that come to the St. Gregory. You're from Portland, aren't you? I hear it's beautiful.
Jason and I have lived there for 6 years. My husband's in the sportswear business.
Oh, yes, he mentioned he was in town on business. Thank you.
Didn't realize you'd spoken. Jason told you, didn't he?
Oh, he was only concerned about you. Please, I thought that perhaps I could help in some way. I hope to have children of my own, and...
Well, you still have plenty of time. I don't. What people don't understand is that Hillary may have been my last chance. I saw her, you know, when they took her from me. And she was beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure.
She looked right at me. She smiled right at me.
But, Mrs. Beck, I understand there were complications.
Yeah, that's what the hospital told me, but I don't believe them. How could I when I saw her? She's alive somewhere. My daughter's alive somewhere. I feel it. I think they've stolen my baby.
Peter? Peter? How are the studies coming along?
Puccini, Verdi, Mozart. Who can tell them apart?
Well, Mrs. Puccini, Mrs. Verdi, and Mrs. Mozart, to name 3. Maybe this will help.
More research, just what I need.
This is just what you need. Everything you ever wanted to know about the opera's upcoming season. Focus on these and you'll be in great shape.
And what about the other things that need attention around here? People depend on me.
Well, first of all, the Inner City Boys Club is also depending on you. This opera benefit could mean a lot to them. And besides, I've been able to take care of all the other problems except one.
Really? I'd be interested to know what needs my attention that you think you can't handle.
Me.
I'm sorry about the brunch, Audrey. It's just that Miss Francis offered to help.
Well, I wasn't prepared. How I must have sounded, what she must have thought.
She called, she understood. She was just concerned.
Well, Miss Francis seemed very nice. But I just feel so lost lately and so alone.
I'm here for you, just as I've always been. Audrey, you're not alone.
You're my rock, you know?
Listen, what do you say we see if we can't find some fried shrimp around here? There's a vicious rumor San Francisco has some terrific seafood.
I love you, Mr. Beck.
I've never enjoyed San Francisco more.
I feel the same way. The company might have had something to do with it.
Saved by the Bell.
Sure you need saving? Walk me to my room. Take off your shoes. Soak your feet.
Thanks for the offer, but...
Let me introduce you to the room service at the St. Gregory. They send up a great breakfast.
I don't think so. But thank you for a wonderful day.
Well, if you change your mind, give me a call. Room 526.
My wife and I weren't
ready for the number of diapers one small child can go through in a day.
I think the doctor would be more prepared.
You would, wouldn't you? Honey, this is Jason Beck. We met over diapers and magazines.
Yes, how do you do? I'm
Hello.
delighted to meet you. This the new addition to the family?
Right off the assembly line.
May I? Do you think I might hold her?
Of course.
Jason, what are you doing with our baby? Where are you taking her?
Everything is fine now, sweetheart. Everything is just fine.
No, they can't have her. She's mine. Give her back to me. That's Hillary. She's my daughter. Hillary. I know it's only been one day, but I miss you and your brother. I thought about you all last night. Is your dad near the phone? Into work on a Sunday morning? No, just tell him I called. I love you, honey. Bye. Room 526, please. Good morning.
Ellen? I didn't think I'd be hearing from you.
Are you still free today?
And tonight.
I'll look forward to that, too.
I'm sorry this is the only time they could see me. Are you going to be all right alone today?
Don't worry about me, Jason. I'll be fine.
Listen, Audie, maybe you could do some sightseeing or find some nice little restaurant for
Do
lunch.
something like that.
You seem kind of, well, I don't know, distant this morning. Are you sure?
I'm fine. Now go or you'll be late.
Well, all right, but you know where I'll be. Now, you call me if you need me.
You can't possibly see all of San Francisco in one day, but I think this particular tour has the best of what the city has to offer.
Sound okay to you, honey?
Perfect. Let's go set you up.
My men are on every door, but I need more, and I need them now, Sergeant.
Why isn't something happening? Why aren't we out there looking?
Mr. Griffin is doing everything that can be done, Mrs. Collins. He knows his business.
But he doesn't know our daughter. We have to get her back quickly.
We do understand.
No, you don't. Judith has a congenital heart condition.
She requires regular medication, or my baby could die.
It was a dead-end job, and I knew it. So what else could I do? I sold the Rambler, sank to $2,000 in a rent and some food money, locked myself in the garage for 2 months, and the rest, as they say, is software history.
The Horatio Alger of the electronic spreadsheet, huh? Well, it sure makes a great story.
It's the truth, I swear.
Truth. Something I've been having a little trouble with lately. You should probably know I'm married.
I figured as much. By the way you have of twisting your ring finger like there's usually something on it to twist.
I'm sorry. I guess deception is what this weekend's all about. A month ago, I found out that my husband had been...
No explanations. Whatever happens, happens between us. We're here together. We're unconnected to anyone else.
Only us. Only now.
Jason. Audrey, I thought you were going sightseeing.
I thought you were with a client.
Well, turned out the proposal was a little more complicated than I'd anticipated. I needed some additional ammunition. Are you all right?
Never better.
You say that as if you mean it.
I do. I feel wonderful. Everything is just wonderful now.
You mean this trip was a good idea after all? Oh, I'm glad. Listen, I may be very late tonight, but what would you say if tomorrow we spend the whole day seeing the sights? Every romantic corner of the city, just you and me.
I think you should keep your mind on today until this account is locked out. We can talk about it tomorrow.
You are the best, Mrs. Beck. You know that. The absolute best.
Come on, Peter. I'm doing everything I can. I've got my men searching floor by floor. I've alerted the entire staff.
You know, there's got to be something else you can do. Have you checked all the storage rooms? What about talking to guests, getting their cooperation?
I know how to handle this. Just let me do it. If that child requires medication, then I'll be damned if I'm giving up before I've combed every corner of this hotel.
I'm sorry, Billy. I don't want to tell you how to run your job.
I know. It's getting to all of us. Don't you have a charity fundraiser waiting for you? Hmm?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, well, you know where to find me, huh? We all want to get that baby back.
Not as much as I do.
I thought maybe we'd go to New Orleans. Jason wouldn't think of looking for us there. Really can't trust him anymore, can we? You feeling all right? Yeah, I'm sure you're just tired after all you've been through. Well, there's nothing to worry about now. From here on, it'll be just the two of us. Audrey and Hillary. Audrey and Hillary. Audrey and Hillary.
Well, whatever questions come up at dinner tonight, the answer's obviously yes.
I didn't mean to be so obvious.
It's not an obvious bone in your body. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Sudden attack of cold feet.
Just get it out of your system. Even the score. Maybe Frank won't know, but we will.
Any word?
Billy will call as soon as he hears anything. I sure wish we could have postponed this thing tonight.
Just keep in mind all those kids who'll benefit from this party tonight.
Well, here we go. Welcome. I'm Peter McDermott.
Oh, Amelia Russell. My husband, Cameron.
Hello.
And of course, you know Roberta Peters.
Well, I certainly know the voice. It's my pleasure.
Well, your choice of music is perfect.
Well, thank you. Madame Butterfly is one of my favorites. Please come in.
I've been looking forward to this moment for 2 days. And nights.
So have I. I'm a little nervous, but you've been very patient.
Good things are worth waiting for. Champagne?
Where did you get this matchbook?
A souvenir from yesterday morning. Remember? When I came over to your table looking for matches. Sherry gave it to me.
Sherry?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Jack. I know my timing is lousy, but there's something I've got to settle right now.
Ellen, what? Good evening,
Oh,
Mrs.
good
Beck.
evening. Luggage is in the bedroom.
We thought we'd have the pleasure of your company the entire week.
I was here for a rest. I feel better than ever now. So my daughter and I will be leaving.
Daughter, I didn't know that you...
You haven't met Hillary, have you? Isn't she just the most beautiful baby you've ever seen?
Beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful. You know, I love children. Would you mind if I held her?
No. Sorry. She isn't fond of strangers. I have to check out, so why don't I go on ahead?
Marge, I need to talk to Billy. Fast.
Sherry? Sherry?
I thought we came to San Francisco for privacy.
It was you.
Ellen, do you mind?
You in that motel with Frank. With my husband.
What'd you do, dust him for fingerprints?
Next time, get rid of the evidence. Every whore knows that.
Do you get to the opera often, Mr. McDermott?
Well, I drive by it a couple of times a week.
Actually, Mr. McDermott was telling me he's most excited about the upcoming season.
Yes, especially the new production of La Boheme. Did you know that Puccini, when he wrote it, originally intended Mimi to be played
It's true, this season promises to be quite successful. But I would love to have your thoughts on last season's productions.
Last season? You mean the year previous to this?
A phone for you, Miss Francis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yes?
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, Peter. They need me downstairs.
Well, if they need me,
No, no, no. I'll call if I do.
Mrs. Beck. Mrs. Beck, just a minute. Mrs. Beck, please. Mrs. Beck, we just want to talk. The baby in your arms belongs to Dr. and Mrs. Collins. And she needs medication. She's a very sick child.
You're mistaken. The child is mine, and she's perfect. She's just tired. Please, Christine, you've got to help me.
Yes, all right. All right. I know a place you'll be safe. Come on.
What the hell she thinks she's doing? Why didn't you stop her?
Just wait a minute.
Please, Ellen, let me explain.
I don't want to hear details. Just tell me why. You have the time, and the money, and the freedom to do or be anything you want. While I was digging up the garden, fixing dinner, carpooling the boys to swim practices, you were giving lunches, taking ballet, learning French. You're everything I never had the time or the talent to be. Is that why? Is that what Frank saw in you? Ellen, did you have to have an affair? Couldn't you have just said no?
I wish I had. I told myself you wouldn't have to know. It was
just a dirty little secret you and Frank kept from me. When I told you my husband had been with another woman, you and Frank must have had quite a laugh. That's why you kept telling me to come to San Francisco to even the score, isn't it? To get yourself off the hook, to spread the guilt around.
I don't blame you for being upset right now, but in the morning...
No, no. You and I are not sharing this suite another minute. We've shared too much already. Who are you calling? You're not calling the police.
No, no, I'm just making sure we're not disturbed. Yes, this is Christine Francis. Would you please hold all calls until further notice?
Gotcha. We know where they are.
Please, we've got to talk. At least I've got to. I know I've ruined a friendship. I don't want a marriage on my conscience, too.
You'll have to share the blame on that one.
Don't hate Frank. It wasn't his fault. I had the damnedest time trying to seduce him.
You went after him? Of all the men you could have had? Why?
You know all those housewifey things you're always complaining about? The ones that trap you and tie you down? They fill your life. You may not think so, but from where I stand, honey, kids, dogs, station wagon, a real husband, not a string of exes. You got it all. I guess I just thought if I could have Frank, it would be like stealing a little piece of your life from myself. Forgive me?
Not in the foreseeable future. You'll have to find yourself another ride back to Hillsborough in the morning.
Ellen.
You know, coming to San Francisco to even the score would just put a Band-Aid on my marriage anyway, even if you hadn't been involved. What Frank and I need is more like radical surgery. A healthy dose of honesty.
Don't do something you'll be sorry for.
No. I'm driving back tonight to tell him I know what happened, what I almost did, and that I don't plan to give up the kids, the dog, the station wagon, or him.
Baby is beautiful.
She's everything I ever wanted. Hillary was my mother's name. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, very much. But she's not yours, you know.
No, you're mistaken. This baby's mine, all right. The one the hospital stole from me. My husband was in on it. They tried to tell me that I lost her, but I knew they were lying. Couldn't have lost her. Not Hillary.
Loss is a very difficult thing to deal with.
What would you know about it?
My mother had her first operation for cancer when I was 13. I remember going with her to the hospital, holding her hand. Afraid of letting go as they wheeled her into surgery. I prayed that that operation would cure her, that they'd get it all. But they didn't. One operation followed another. I watched my mother grow weaker and thinner. I watched the life just slip out of her. My father couldn't handle it. He left shortly after Mother died.
How did you survive it?
We all lose people we love. But we have to go on.
What if you can't?
You can always go on. Sometimes it's harder than others, yes. Sometimes we have people who care about us, who can help us through, just like you have Jason.
I wanted to give him a daughter, you know. That's all he ever talked about. How much he wanted a daughter. He said that's all we needed to be a family, a baby girl like this.
Two people who love one another are a family, too. But a baby needs to be with her parents. Will you let me take this baby, Audrey?
I lost our baby, Jason. I didn't mean to, but I lost her.
It's gonna be all right now, sweetheart. It's really gonna be all right now.
I got here as soon as I could. Everything okay?
I think everything's gonna be just fine.
And thanks to you.
Hands up, McDermott!
Great hands, Peter.
Rick,
How you doing?
what are you doing up here?
I'm just showing my fiance the town. Kate Miller, Peter McDermott.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations, Christine Francis. Meet Kate and Rick.
Welcome to St. Gregory.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, you look great in the playoffs.
Till that last game.
Everyone has an off day, even player of the year. Look, we got a meeting. Let's have a drink later. How about 6 in the Cavalier Bar?
Great.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Bye. Old friend?
Before Victoria hired me, I worked in San Diego. A bunch of us played ball every Saturday, and Rick hung out at the playground. Moved like a ballerina, made shots most players only dreamed about. And he just dropped out of school.
That's where you came into the picture?
I convinced him to go back and graduate. College recruiters were lining up to get him. He was one of the top 5 scorers in the NBA last year.
Might have been you if you hadn't torn up that knee at Cornell.
Well, I had terrific hands and some pretty good moves.
Oh, still do, as far as I'm concerned.
The wines for that French trade fair representative. Oh, he's very particular.
75 Bordeaux. Doesn't get much better than that.
When did you become such a connoisseur?
Oh, I'm a pretty particular guy myself.
Your room's ready, Mrs. Gordon.
Hello.
I'm sorry?
I think we just saw each other at the airport. You have my deepest condolences.
Oh, yes. Not the easiest day.
For either of us.
Thanks. Nice to see Rick taking a rest from basketball.
Losers rest, Peter. Winners keep on working.
Give your son a break. He just finished a long season, a great season.
A good season. Great's still a ways off.
Well, you never let up, do you?
Never will. It's my boy. See you later.
Fans, the pressure of this game is beginning to mount. Rick Stoner has the ball, shoots from 20 and misses again! Stoner's performance in this crucial game has been very disappointing. This young athlete in the past has shown great promise. Scouts had him touted.
You're driving yourself crazy with that tape.
I gotta analyze my mistakes. Get to the bottom line.
You sound just like your dad. Besides, I thought we left San Diego to get away from him.
Well, I still gotta think about next season.
Come on. Next season will be fine. Besides, the bottom line is that you dragged me up here to have a good time.
But tell him I'll call when I get back to New York. Yes, I picked up my wife's bag this afternoon. Thank you. I'll try.
Just a minute.
Ellie, so glad you finally tore yourself away from Silicon Valley.
Well, my daughter needed me. I haven't felt much like going anywhere. I only came here for this.
Oh, Victor's. Can't believe the airline took 6 months to recover the luggage.
Plane crashed in a blizzard. They were lucky to get the bodies out.
Want some help sorting through the past?
Part of me still can't accept the fact that he's gone. I'm like an amputee who thinks the limb is still there. Sometimes I can feel him in the room. I even start talking to him.
You know how sorry I am.
As if losing him weren't enough, there's all these other feelings to contend with. Denial, anger, loneliness. I'm always negotiating each day's emotions.
Getting the luggage must bring it all back. And open it.
I tried. The latch must have rusted in the snow.
I can call our handyman.
Oh, the hell with it. Here I go again. Mood change number 49. Why did Victor have to go to Mexico City anyway? We could have gone together after the holidays. Why?
Stoner. S-T-O-N-E-R. Never mind, I see him. Hey, big guy. Where you off to?
Dad, what are you doing up here?
You took off without telling me, but that's okay.
Look, I told you I needed a vacation.
You think Larry Bird's on vacation?
I was player of the year.
You bet you were. But that's ancient history now. You got work to do. Your brother Tommy would have been out on the court the day after the season ended.
Can we talk about this later? Peter's expecting me.
Sure, you go ahead. I'll see you later.
We meet again.
Yes. Hello.
Feel like company?
Sure, why not?
Carter Wells.
Ellie Gordon.
I guess the airline flew you in to claim the effects?
I live down the peninsula, so I just drove up.
New York. Combining this trip with seeing some West Coast clients. I'm a literary agent. Strange, isn't it? We barely know each other's names, but we already know each other's saddest secret. My wife was on the plane.
My husband. Have you unpacked your things yet?
Couldn't get my nerve up.
Me neither.
Good book?
Reading's become a wonderful escape these past few months. If you like thrillers, this one's terrific.
Well, I hope so. My client wrote that. And I'm buying you another cup of coffee with the commission, if that's all right.
I'd like that just fine.
To being 21 and a success.
I owe a lot of it to you, Peter. Maybe I should offer you a finder's fee.
The payoff's watching you play. So how do you like the life?
Oh, the game's terrific. Except for Dad's recap of every play.
He wants it all for you. You can't blame him. Especially since your brother Tommy...
Half the time, Dad seems to think I am Tommy.
What was a real loss to him? Tommy was a 3-time All-American, a war hero, too.
War hero? Dad doesn't know the half of it.
Doesn't know the half of what?
It just gets harder and harder living Tommy's life for Dad, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any plans for breakfast?
Not really.
Yeah, they have a lovely outdoor restaurant here. Is 9 o'clock too early?
9 o'clock's just fine. Good night.
Good night.
Carlisle room does takeout like nobody's business.
You sure it's not the company?
You can stimulate my appetite anytime. Sorry you missed dinner with Ellie tonight. But we got to get our strategy set for these union negotiations.
Oh, no problem. Besides, you passed up dinner with a basketball superstar.
Boy's got problems. Funny, I'd have given anything for a dad who took that kind of interest in me. But Rick's suffocating from all that attention. Why can't there be a happy medium between parents and children?
I'm sure there will be. When you're a father.
Hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Why not? Got the strategy, and I'm willing to negotiate.
You know, if we rent a car, we can get all the way to the wine country tomorrow.
I bet the concierge could work out a quick itinerary.
Sure.
Hey, kids. Looks like I'm just in time for dessert.
Mr. Stoner?
Kate, mind if I sit down, son?
Why would I mind?
Oh, I don't know. I have the feeling you've been ducking me.
Just need a little breathing space.
Hey, we've got a training program. This wine doesn't help.
I've been watching the playoff tape.
Watching isn't doing.
Mr. Stoner, can't you and Rick talk about this in the morning?
Maybe I should talk to you, Kate. You seem to be the one who's making Rick neglect his practice.
Cut it, Dad. She has nothing to do with this.
Then what's with your attitude? You used to love basketball.
I still do. But you're pushing so hard, I can't catch my breath. I'm not a machine, Dad.
No, you're an athlete. But if you don't keep applying yourself, striving to be better, you're going to be yesterday's news.
For my dearest Victor, for dancing into my life when I needed it most, I'll never forget you. All my love, Barbara. Barbara. Who the hell is Barbara?
What's wrong? Talk to me. I want to help.
How can anybody help? All the dreams Dad had for Tommy. I'm living in my brother's shadow every day of my life.
You're your own man, Rick.
I was just a little kid when Tommy died. But he's always there, looking over my shoulder.
Your dad loved him. He doesn't want you to forget Tommy. That's all it is.
No, it's more than that. Tommy could have ducked the Army, gone straight into the pros. But he wanted to do the right thing for his country.
Well, he sounds like a wonderful brother.
Yeah. Doing the right thing got him a cross in the VA cemetery. God, I always looked up to him. I mean, he used to get so excited when he talked about basketball. I mean, he adored the game.
Sad end to a dream.
What end? Dad just put the dream on me.
You can't let Tommy's memory keep haunting you like it haunts your father.
Made me a first-round draft pick, didn't it? Got me that big fat contract.
Made you a nervous wreck. You keep pushing yourself and something's gotta snap.
Don't tell my old man that. As far as he's concerned, it's part of the drill.
Hello?
Kate? Frank Stoner.
Good morning. Rick's just getting in the shower. Let me see if I can catch him.
That's all right. You're the one I want to talk to.
Me?
Could you meet me downstairs?
Sure.
Thanks.
I can't believe Victor would do that to me.
There must be another explanation.
Victor's dead. I've been through hell. Now I find out he was carrying on with someone. That's the explanation.
You don't know enough about this
I
woman
know
yet.
I've been a fool. I've been faithful to his memory. He wasn't even faithful to me. I've had plenty of chances to meet someone since his death. Well, maybe now's the time to take advantage of him.
You should be meeting new people, yes. But if you do it out of anger, you're only going to be hurting yourself.
I've got a date. I'm not going to feel guilty about it either.
Sorry I was rude last night. Just worried about my boy.
I worry about him too, Mr. Stoner. These last few months, he just hasn't been himself.
That's why I'm glad you're seeing each other.
You are? I thought you didn't approve of me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. I never meant to give you that impression. I have a lot of respect for you.
Well, maybe we can all try a little harder to get along in the future.
You're good for my boy, Kate. Stable. Talks about you all the time. I was hoping we could double team him in order to protect our mutual interests.
I'm not sure I understand.
Aren't you interested in seeing Rick get to the top?
I love Rick, Mr. Stoner. My only interest is in his happiness.
Rick is happy. When he was a kid, he loved to watch his brother play. All he talked about, being just like Tommy. He loves the game.
Not the way you make him play it.
The only way to play is to be number one.
But Rick's not a number, he's a person. He wants to please you, but if you keep pushing him, he's headed for a breakdown.
What are you talking about? Rick's the toughest kid I know.
I'm sorry I'm late. Thanks.
I was afraid you weren't coming.
I almost didn't. Rough night.
You were unpacking your husband's things? I couldn't bring myself to finish opening my wife's bag. Just something about sorting through the past.
Could we not think about that for a while? Doesn't help us get through the present.
It's a beautiful day. The present's looking better all the time.
You ever been to Stinson Beach?
I'm ready to play tourist if you're ready to play tour guide.
Well, eat up, Mr. Wells. We're about to embark on a great adventure.
You and Rick have to work out your own problems, Mr. Stoner. Putting me in the middle is terribly unfair.
What's the topic for today? New game plan for my emotional and professional future?
I'll be upstairs.
I was just trying to help. Get a fix on what's bugging you.
You are, Dad. 10 pounds of blame for every ounce of praise.
Made you player of the year, didn't I? Huh?
I never could have done it without you. But no matter how good I play, all you talk about are my mistakes. I think it's time for us both to ease up.
You're acting like a quitter. I'm sure glad your brother isn't here to see you like this.
actually, I did write the great American novel. The only problem, I was the only one that thought so.
Well, working with writers and the excitement of finding new talent, that must be really challenging. That why you decided to become an agent?
I like working with writers. Finding new talent, now that is the most exciting feeling in the world.
Like Maxwell Perkins. Have you found your Thomas Wolfe yet?
Well, from Fanny in 5 minutes a day was a triumph. Already sold the video rights.
My 7th graders would like it a lot better than Silas Marner.
Especially the pictures.
It's really been a wonderful day. I wish I could turn my watch back so it wouldn't have to end.
We're not running out of time, Ellie. We've got all the time in the world.
It's been so long. I don't know.
You'd rather I said goodnight?
Until you're ready to leave. Hold me very tight. I want to feel loved again and needed.
You are needed. And I won't stop till I prove it to you.
Rick Stoner has the ball, shoots from 20, and misses again! Rick Stoner has the ball, shoots from 20, and misses again! Rick Stoner has the ball, shoots from 20, and misses again! Misses! Misses!
I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever feel this way about anyone again.
With all those bright, sophisticated women in New York.
I only had eyes for one of them.
You never said why your wife was on the plane. Business?
She designed computerized toys. A company out here did the microcircuitry. She was on her way to see a client in Mexico City. Are you all right?
What was her name?
I thought we weren't going to talk about the past anymore.
Your wife. What was her name?
Barbara. Why?
Victor designed microcircuitry for toys.
Well, I don't understand. Now, your husband
Was your wife's lover.
I had dinner with an old friend, but I'm sure Rick's still up. We'd love to have a nightcap. Here we are. Rick? Honey? Rick?
Stay right where you are. Or Stoner might do a swan dive into Never Never Land.
Rick, don't talk like that.
You're right. Who wants to talk when you can float? Floating down must be an amazing feeling.
Probably the loneliest feeling in the world. Rick.
Not as lonely as being out in front of everyone, missing every shot.
That was just one game. Come on back.
Every night I play that game in my dreams. Over and over again. 20, 30, 40 shots and they won't go in the hole. And after every one I look over and there's Dad, knowing I'm a loser.
Let it go, Rick.
Come inside, honey.
Don't come near me, just stay away.
It's okay, Rick. Take it easy.
Don't! Oh, I swear, Stoner's history, man.
That was just one game, 1/4 of one game. By the time next season's here, who'll remember?
Stoner will remember. Worse, Stoner's father will remember. He'll never let me forget.
You're the one who's important, not your father.
Tell him that. Tell him that. Whatever I do, it's not enough for him. He'll always see Tommy doing it better.
Then you have to help him see the person you really are. Come on down from there, please. You gotta get some help.
A shrink can't turn my life around. No one can.
You're wrong. You can change and so can your dad, but jump into oblivion and you'll never have a chance to find out.
Please, honey, listen to us. For God's sake, I love you.
Doesn't that mean anything? You're lucky to have someone who cares about you. You're not a kid anymore, Rick. You got to start being responsible to people who love you. Come on down, son. Please.
Still in shock. My husband and Carter's wife. Oh, Ellie, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. It's hard enough accepting that Victor had an affair, but with Carter's wife, how can I see him again without thinking about that? Maybe you can't. Damn, Victor. First I lose him. Now I'm going to lose someone else because of him? I feel guilty, embarrassed, unclean. I can't help wondering who else my husband was playing around with. Oh, come on, it couldn't have been like that. Sure you didn't know about Barbara? Maybe they used to check in here when they were in town. Ellie, how could you think that? I'm sorry, Christine. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel cheated. Aren't I entitled to fall in love again? To have some happiness for myself? Give yourself a little time. You've only just met. Don't make the mistake of loving one man just to get back at another.
I feel great. Ready to take on the world. Everything's gonna be different from now on.
Rick, you've got to face up to what's happening. You nearly killed yourself last night.
It's all right. I'm okay now.
Whatever made you think about suicide doesn't go away overnight.
I thought you guys were my friends. I mean, why are you giving me such a bad time on this?
I love you. I want to stand by you, but I can't if you don't get help. You're letting your father drive you crazy.
Hey, don't say that. Dad loves me.
Something's come out of his love that's very destructive for both of you.
I can handle this. I don't need someone telling me what to do.
The therapist won't tell you what to do. He'll try to help you understand what's happening.
Rick, talking about this can't be any more painful than what you feel right now.
What you did last night was a call for help. We're answering that call. Don't turn us down.
Carter, we have to talk.
I know. Come on in.
Is that hers?
Yeah.
Haven't you unpacked it yet?
I tried.
Maybe you should try again.
You find a love letter from your husband?
We can't do this to ourselves. It's not right.
Ellie, please. Why do we keep punishing ourselves?
I don't know, but it's just not right.
Shoot some hoops, eh?
Yeah, meeting Peter for some one-on-one.
Just like your brother. Couldn't keep Tommy off the court either.
Dad, I'm not my brother.
You're getting there. You know, sometimes he'd play 8 hours straight, and then we'd go and sit around the kitchen table, making plans, dreaming what it'd be like when he was in the pros, how he was gonna conquer the world.
I'm not him, Dad.
Someday you're gonna have everything that he missed out on. You know what it's like for me, seeing you out there on the court, being #1? I feel like somebody. Like my life has meaning.
Then why do you make me feel like a failure every time I miss a shot?
So you'll do better. Be the best.
But I'm doing the best that I can. It just doesn't seem to be enough for you. And you know what kills me? For all your dreams, you never think about mine. You don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
You're a hero, like Tommy.
Someday I'll tell you what kind of hero Tommy was.
What are you talking about?
Forget it. Hey, score one for age.
So what do you think about getting some help?
I think you're on my case, just like my old man. Your parents always after you like that?
My old man was always too busy working the farm or chasing the bottle. Left a lot of wounds. Didn't heal by themselves. I needed help from my friends.
I got friends. Kate, you, this ball that does whatever I want it to. The kid's hot. There's no stopping it.
Yeah, when he's cold, he needs an assist, someone to pass off to. Give him a hand.
I don't need an assist. Not the way I play.
And you better get used to playing on a team of one.
This is all that counts. Try and stop me, old man.
You're hurting in more ways than one, kid. A torn ligament, a busted ankle, and you'll be holding a bag of hot air. Another superstar. I thought he could do it all by himself.
I don't need the sermon, Peter.
You need a lot more than a sermon. If you don't have the self-respect to do something for yourself, at least think about the kids that look up to you.
All I'm saying is, you don't have to make a lifetime commitment to a new man after just one day. Take your time. Enjoy yourself. I've got to get back to work.
I had to see you. After you ran out, I just...
Christine Francis, Carter Wells.
My pleasure.
How do you do? Excuse me. Time is on your side now, Ellie. Don't forget that. I won't. Thanks.
And what we're feeling, this betrayal and the anger, we can work through that together.
I already came to the same conclusion. Besides, the attraction was there before we found out about it.
I want to wake up every morning and feel you next to me. I want that so much it's starting to hurt.
Hey, Rick. I've been waiting to talk to you.
What about? How I'm not the hero my brother was?
Rick, Tommy was a special boy. Like you. If you just try to understand...
No, maybe it's time for you to understand about your war hero.
Now, what are you talking about? He won the Silver Star.
And 6 months later, he died. With a needle in his arm.
Oh, I've heard that story before. Lies. Lies from that so-called buddy of his. He was jealous of Tommy's talent and his bravery.
Jealous or not, the story is true. I checked it out. Tommy was an addict.
You're a liar.
Dad, that doesn't make Tommy bad. I mean, a lot of good guys got hooked in Vietnam. But don't make him into a hero. Shut up!
What the hell's the matter with you two? Can't you talk this out?
What good would it do? He only hears what he wants to.
He was a hero! Tommy was a hero!
You sound as if you're ready to move to New York with Carter. If he asks me, and I think he will. 24 hours and you're ready to change your life? Don't you approve? You don't need my approval, Ellie. You're a grown-up. But wouldn't it be more sensible to give yourself a little more time to sort out your feelings?
Aren't you being a bit condescending? Little Ellie should stew for another year so she can make a rational decision?
All I'm trying to say is
that I need to escape from the memories.
You're old enough to know you don't escape from memories. You have to learn to deal with them.
I'm sorry, Kate. I just need to be left alone for a while. I need time to think. The room's all paid for, and you have your ticket home.
Why are you trying to hurt me? You know how much I care about you.
That's my dad. I don't want to see him. Save the lecture, Peter.
You know, you really did screw up in the playoffs.
I know. I'll do better next season.
You tried to play the game all by yourself. Forgot about assists.
So I missed a few shots.
You could have passed off to someone in better position, but you had to be a big shot, didn't you?
That's a pretty good analysis. You ever thought of coaching?
You let your teammates down. Now you're doing the same thing with Kate.
Look, I know you mean well. I just want to be left alone, okay?
Well, you want to be left alone. Fine. You got someone right here to give you the assist you need, but you're too dumb to admit it. Bottom line, kid, you can't cut it in basketball without being a team player, and you can't make it in life on your own.
Miss Francis, come in, please.
Thank you. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I'm just sorting some things out. Some for the goodwill, some to save. A few for my wife's family.
A difficult job.
Starting fresh always is. But it's time to get on with my life. I guess you're worried about Ellie?
You've both been hurt very badly.
You afraid of what might happen if she moves to New York with me?
I didn't come up here to interfere. I just wanted to wish you the best, whatever you decide. I'll let you get on with it then.
Wait a minute. Saved a couple of surprises for us.
I don't know what to say.
I realize it doesn't change what they did.
But it does. They were gonna...
Stop seeing each other.
Because of us.
They were ending their affair because they loved us.
But then why were they on the plane?
Way of saying goodbye to each other.
They did love us, didn't they?
I didn't want to leave it like that. The way we turned on each other.
Guess we both got a little hot under the collar.
Dad, I'm sorry what I said about Tommy. I mean, I just got upset, and I said it to hurt you, that's all.
You were hurting just as bad. Seems we always strike out at the ones we love. Don't we?
Yeah. Tommy was a hero.
Must have been tough, keeping that secret all these years. Protect me, right?
Yeah. I'm done with instant replays.
I understand. You're not quitting basketball.
No. I'll keep playing as long as I can. But I'm through torturing myself. I'm gonna see a therapist. Make some sense out of my life.
You're right, son. It is your life. Not mine. Or Tommy's.
Thank you, Mr. Wells. Come again soon.
Thank you. I can't stop thinking about all the little things I did to push my wife away.
Me too. Supermom sometimes forgot to be a good wife to Victor.
The important thing is not to let bitterness destroy the good memories.
Or to do something just for revenge.
Your cab's waiting, Mr. Wells.
I'll be right there, thank you.
Now we've got to sort through the emotional baggage.
Ever get to New York?
Next summer, my little girl wants to see the Statue of Liberty.
I'm a hell of a tour guide.
sad, isn't it?
They'll be okay. Together or alone, they look pretty resilient.
At least they were able to help each other.
Well, that's what it's all about. In basketball or running a hotel. You can't succeed without an assist.
Not to mention those terrific hands and great moves.